The Secret of the Haunted Mansion. This is the story of a young girl named Sarah, who went to spend her holidays with her cousins in a remote village. Upon reaching, the villagers told them about a mysterious mansion on the outskirts of the village. It was said to be haunted, and screams could be heard from it at night. Whoever entered the mansion never came back. Sarah's cousins joked about visiting the mansion, but the villagers sternly warned them against it. An old woman cautioned them, whoever goes inside that mansion never returns. Dark forces rule there. Sarah, however, didn't believe in such stories. Driven by curiosity, she convinced her cousins to visit the mansion that very night. The first glimpse of the mansion. It was a dark night, with the faint moonlight falling on the broken doors of the mansion. Its shattered windows and eerie silence made it even more terrifying. Sarah and her three cousins, Ali, Nayab, and Said, approached the entrance. "This place looks really creepy," Nayab whispered nervously. "Don't be a coward. These are just stories," Ali said with a laugh, though his voice trembled. Ali pushed open the creaking door, and they stepped inside. The moment they entered, the door slammed shut on its own. Everyone froze. "It must be the wind," Zaid reassured himself. The first strange incident. Inside the mansion, everything was covered in dust and cobwebs. In a large room, old portraits hung on the walls, their faces faded with time. Suddenly, one of the portraits fell to the ground. Sarah picked it up and noticed that the girl in the painting seemed to be pointing at something. "It's as if this picture is trying to tell us something," Sarah said. "Don't overthink it. It's just a coincidence," Ali replied dismissively. As they moved forward, a door started banging loudly. "Did anyone else hear that?" Nayab asked, her voice shaking. "It's probably just the wind again." "Let's keep going," Ali said, though his face betrayed his fear. The basement's hidden path. At the end of a long hallway, they saw an old door with stains resembling dried blood. A faint light flickered from underneath it. "Where do you think this door leads?" Zaid asked. "There's only one way to find out," Sarah said, summoning her courage. They pushed the door open to reveal a staircase leading down into darkness. A faint sound of crying echoed from below. The group exchanged nervous glances, but Sarah insisted they go down. The terrifying scene in the basement. Reaching the basement, they found a dusty old table with lit candles on it. Strangely, the candles seemed to light themselves. Suddenly, a shadow appeared on the wall, a figure of a woman with a blurred face. "Who are you?" Sarah asked, her voice trembling. "Help me. Free me," the shadow whispered. Sarah gathered her courage and asked, "Why are you trapped here?" The shadow replied, "I was imprisoned by the owner of this mansion. He tortured and killed me, and my soul remains trapped here. If you open that chest, I will be free." The chest of secrets. In the corner, Sarah saw a heavy chest strapped in chains. "This could be dangerous. We shouldn't open it," Ali warned. But Sarah said, "If she's telling the truth, we can't leave her like this." They used an old tool to break the chains. The moment the chains fell off, the entire mansion began to shake as if an earthquake had struck. Screams echoed from the walls, and a dark shadow began swirling around them. A surprising ending. When the chest finally opened, a blinding light erupted from within, filling the basement. The shadowy figure transformed into the image of a woman, now appearing peaceful and radiant. "You have freed me. This mansion will no longer harm anyone," she said with a smile before disappearing. The shaking stopped, and the basement fell silent. Terrified yet relieved, the group ran out of the mansion and back to the village. They told the villagers everything. The next morning, the villagers noticed something astonishing. The mansion no longer looked haunted. It had transformed into a beautiful, restored building.